Welcome back, folks. This is Sue Bell from Network Empire with my partners Jimmy Kelley and Russell Wright, and we're doing a video series for OMG. And in this video, I want to talk a little bit about how I approach keyword selection and what I'm thinking about when I'm looking at a keyword screen. So here we've got this drill in electronic cigarettes. And one of the first things that I do, I like to follow the money. My thing is following the money, right? I'm not easily dissuaded by how competitive a keyword might be. So first and foremost, I look at the money, and then after the fact, I look at the competition, and I decide whether or not it's a keyword I want to go for. So the first thing I'm going to do is sort by cost per click, because this is an indication of how much people are willing to bid for a particular keyword. The more people are willing to bid for a keyword, typically, the better it converts. And so those are always keywords that I'm interested in. So we've got electronic cigarettes, cigarette facts, and I'm looking at a broad competition, a phrase competition of 50,000 keywords. So that's not a terribly broad term, and the searches are around 15 a day. That's not bad for a silo structure. And like, I'm just going to go through and take a look, because I don't know the market. I don't actually have an affiliate site for this. So if I look at V26, I'm pretty sure that's a brand. And when I look at the number of searches per day, that's pretty huge. That's also a reasonable cost per click. So I would probably, I mean, I can tell just from that it's an affiliate product. And so I would probably go and see if I can get an affiliate sign up for V2. You've got e-cig reviews, also reasonable cost per click. So when I'm looking at this, we start off here at 13. We drop down into the 5 to 10 category. And then here we drop down under the 5s. And then we're coming down into nothing, right? So my cutoff for this would probably be in the $3 to $5 range. I'm interested in everything above here. So I'm just going to come down, tobacco prevention, tobacco-free cigarettes. I'm just looking at the concepts and kind of getting them in my head and thinking about what kind of a site would I build, and how do I map that onto the affiliate products that I have, what kind of concepts are relevant and what isn't. So Enjoy, I think, is another brand. So just bang out the box here. I can tell I've got two different brands, and chances are high that those are probably the most competitive brands on the market. So either they offer really good returns, or there's just a lot of people selling those particular brands. So the question that gives me is, what are the other brands, and why are people hitting these two the hardest? And so then I would go away, I'd look at my affiliate options, and I'd compare and see, do I want to go with what everybody else is doing? Do I want to go off the beaten path? Can I find a way to maybe position the off the beaten path ones so that they're better, or are these guys going to be the ones that are easy to position? All these kinds of concepts go through my head as I'm looking at this. So e-cig reviews, that's an easy way to, if I'm going to position one way or another, that's an easy way for me to think about doing something like that. And then these are just more generic buying facts is a good keyword too. And then this concept of tobacco-free cigarettes went kind of along with smokeless cigarettes. So I could maybe fit those kinds of concepts into a silo and do something there. Health also figures into the concept, although health is super broad, and you could put that in, but that would be more of a supporting keyword and not a top-level keyword. Okay, so from this, I've come away with two possible brands that I want to do, and probably facts, reviews, like those kinds of concepts could go into one silo. And then smokeless and tobacco-free, those kinds of concepts into another silo. So I would go with, actually, let me just show you one more filter that we can put on here. This filter allows you, I'm sorry, not a filter. I want a column. I've got a column here that's called ORV, Organic Rank Value. And what that does is it combines the concept of cost per click and searches together. So you can see you've got a lot of cost per click, but you don't have a lot of searches or a lot of clicks per day. And so that number's a little bit on the low side. So if I sort now by Google ORV, I'm going to get a combination of a lot of clicks and the top cost per click value. And that changes the layout just a little bit. So now, based on all those ideas I just had in my head, I'm going to move forward and I'm going to say, wow, V2 pops up again. So that's really an interesting concept. E-cig, obviously, because it's short and sweet to type in, and e-cigarette, e-cigs, all of those variations on a theme, which is basically my site. So I'll use all of those keywords, and depending on how competitive they are, I might target them, I might not. Vapor cigarette, that kind of goes into that same concept with the smokeless cigarette and those other things. And since that's got the highest Google ORV and it's got a lot of searches per day, I might actually choose that to be my silo term and then put those other ideas in underneath that. Best e-cig, the concept of best is an interesting idea if I'm reviewing if I've got multiple concepts on the same site, but also sometimes with affiliate products, they don't like you to compare the different products on a single site, so I might avoid the concept of best. Personal vaporizer, that's a completely different kind of concept. Smokeless cigarettes, electronic cigarette reviews. So you've got this idea of reviews. I think reviews coming in under each one of the brands is a good idea. And possibly facts coming in under each one of those brands as well. Whereas when I had it sorted before, I was looking at facts as possibly being a silo. So having looked at it this way around, it's really interesting because the money drops off really pretty quickly here. You're up in the thousands of dollars. Now here you're looking at 500, and down here you're getting into really not a whole lot of money at all. So I would be inclined in terms of silos to probably stop about right here and pick a couple of silos from here up. So what happened to our other brand? We've got V2. It looks like the other brand just fell completely off when we put in the concept of multiplying it out by the searches. So I'd still in all, because I've got affiliate products, I'd probably go with V2 and with that other brand. And then I would pick another concept like e-cigarette, which is what I think we ended up doing, right? Yeah, we had electronic cigarettes. So that's actually a really good term to use, given the cost per click, the ORV, and then if I had to pick another couple of silos, because I'm not finding a lot of diversity in concepts here, I might do a couple more drills and see if I could find, I might do like personal vaporizer if I were going to do another top level term. So then what I look at when I'm looking for supporting keyword terms, I'm still wanting to follow the money. So let me just come back to the queue for a second. Let's go over here and look at green smoke, cigarettes, and let's apply. Oh, you know what? We had supporting keywords. Shoot, I had the wrong filter over there. Let me just go try another filter and see if that actually changes things significantly. Electronics filters. Let me do, we've got this thing here for suggested silos. Let me just look at that and see what it says for silos. It doesn't really change the keyword selection all that much. Enjoy. No, it didn't change it too much. All right, good. I feel better about that. So let's come back here to the queue, come back here to green smoke. Let's pick the filter for supporting, the filter for supporting keywords, and take a look. Supporting keywords is just going to give you more keywords than the silos are. The silos are more focused on following the money, and supporting keywords are going to be just give you more options. So if I'm here in a green smoke, one of the things that I want to look for is are concepts that are going to support the idea of that affiliate product, right? So what we'd picked out here were like reviews, brands, coupons, juice, and starter kit, which is great. All of those concepts support green smoke. But I would actually come on under here and say, okay, actually when I look at it this way, I can see review comes pretty much right up to the top. Research, review, e-sig. Now research, I can't see research being a really good term that actually would support the concept of the brand. Could be, but I'd have to get creative about it. And the starter kit, was that a term that we used? Yeah, it was. So you can start to see how these keywords kind of pop up when you look at it like that. News, juice, refill. Refill is a term that I don't think we picked up, but it would be a good one. Although, man, we drop off on the money dang quick here. So I would be inclined to like, my first choices are going to be these, but then I need enough keywords. I need those 5 pages underneath. So if I'm not finding them, I will come down under here. I just try to make sure that they've got either cost per click or some traffic, one or the other. So, so I might come down and find something that's got, I'd go with something that's got a little bit more traffic, even if it didn't have cost. All right, so those are my thoughts. As I said, I don't look too hard at how competitive the keyword is, because when you're using a silo structure, it's so much easier to rank for the terms. And if I've got a couple of pages in there that are a little bit more difficult, I'm not too fussed. So long as the silos are the terms that I'm really looking for and they're going to bring me good money, I'm happy camper. So that wraps up my concepts on how I pick keywords. We're going to go to the next video, and Jimmy's going to talk to you a little bit about how he uses the last keyword tool and what he thinks about when he's choosing keywords.